And so begins the adventure of Chanute Air Force Base. All right, so begins the adventure of Chanute Air Force Base as we cruise along here. Trees on the side of the road. This is the old base, one of the base housing areas out to my left here. And so, moving right along, we have a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit here. And we'll be turning momentarily onto the base. We'll go through this green light and up to the next base entry. So, should be a fun adventure and looking at some of the old places. Some of the old buildings are still here. A large number of them, of course, are lost to the ash bin of history, partly because we did win the Cold War. We are passing the Wheat Avenue turnoff. I don't remember that being one, but that doesn't mean anything at all at this point in time. And as we go further up here, I believe that we're going to turn at this particular light that's coming up. We're going to turn to the right and enter what used to be the west gate to Chanute Air Force Base. So, I do not know what that building was to the right of me there. There is the rocket. We will go past the rocket momentarily. In fact, we will probably pull up alongside of it. So we will be taking a right at this light, slowing down gradually. And this rocket was at the base gate when you entered. And I had heard recently that they were going to take it down. But yes, there is the rocket. And we will continue going straight. Now, out here, I want to say, but I'm not 100% certain, that this was perhaps the CBPO building. Also Eagle Academy. All right, as we move down the road here, we're going to come to base housing soon. You can see the trees look very nice here. This time of year, it's a little bit cold this morning, but it was always pretty much manageable during the day with a jacket. It was at night that it got real cold and you wanted extra stuff. Okay, that I'm not sure, that may be an airplane hangar over here to the right. I want you to turn left here. This is Embassy Row now. It now says it is private parking. This is a one-way street. Slow way down. It says 10 miles an hour here. And I'm going to film the houses going along because all my friends used to live on this street when it was Western Avenue. The Collins kids lived there, and I mix up which one is which, but one of these the Graham kids lived in, and then the other one the Sparks kids lived in. They have taken these duplexes, though, and made them single units at this point from the looks of things. So this was the first segment, and of course the cars parked along here. It was a one-way street back in the day, and it was of course kept very cool even in the summertime, A, because it's windy here, and B, also because you had a lot of trees here. Now as you pull up close to the end of the road here, to the not to the stop sign but the other stuff here, now we look at the other units here. And we're going along here where the Kleins lived and where the Blizzles lived at some point in time. And as we get to the end of the street, we will pass the home of Chris David. Looks like some people are moving out here today. Very interesting. And so as we get up here, we are looking at now. You will pull up straight, right, and stop alongside the house here. This is the house at Western Avenue. It's now Embassy Row. Okay, see, it looks very nice. You can see what the yard looks like, and we will continue on. There was a family from another country, and I don't know who they were. Go ahead and pull on up. That had a kid named Raleigh, but the mother could hardly speak English, and she would say, "No, Nolly, no." All right, we're going to turn right here. Now, one of the things that's interesting is the troops used to march by here in the afternoon, and I did not know what it was back in the day, but those were the troops that were returning to, or returning from, or going to technical training. I will want you to turn up here left on Cantonment again. I don't understand why they left the name Cantonment and the name Hamilton, but changed Western Avenue. There was probably already one in Rantoul. Okay, if you'll go ahead and turn left here. Right here. Excuse me, my bad. Keep going, keep going. My bad, because I did say left and there was no left. All right, you're going to turn right here on Century Boulevard, and we'll just go down Century Boulevard. Then we'll come back up. We'll probably go out and into Rantoul and to the school, and then we'll head on. Okay, so don't take it too fast here. Nice trees all along here. Good visual. So, alright, these are the houses on the back of Cantonment, right there. And we will move on forward. And there's a stop sign up here. We will go straight at the stop sign. All right, stop at the stop sign, go straight forward. The base chapel, or at least one of them, is out there to the left. It's still standing. Don't know what it is. Okay, go ahead and go straight. Pick up the pace just a little bit as we go through. All right, there it looks like an old MASH unit or something, some type of thing. You know, you never know with these old bases. Because so many of the buildings, you know, I don't want to say it was disorganized, but it was organized according to some principles, and then they would have to reorganize it. So you'd have unrelated things that were all there together. Now, I'm not sure what that building out there is that says Altamont on it. I mean, it's a school now. But nevertheless, a number of the buildings have been here a while. A number of them, of course, would have been constructed after we left also. Out here on the other side, we got some of these old buildings, real old buildings. And we'll continue on. Keep going straight here. But, you know, this used to be a very loud place, like a lot of military bases with the, you know, what we heard a lot here, probably more than at any base I was ever assigned, was the hill beat of the marching that they used to do. And you could always hear the songs when Reveille would wake us up in the morning and taps would put us to sleep at night. And of course at 5 o'clock you came to attention for the national anthem. There's one of the softball fields over there. I'm sure Dad played on that one at some point in time. Played all over. Played in different places here in Rantoul in competitive tournaments. I don't recall them ever even placing, much less winning anything. So, over there, there's another set of buildings. I do not know for certain what that is. Maybe when the folks view this, someone can tell me. Alrighty. Go ahead and turn right onto Weed Avenue here. Here's another section of the base housing as we're going out towards the west side. Okay. Again, I don't have a lot of recollection of what specifically was involved with anything here. Looks like, see, and they had these little play areas in all of these base housing. I mean, they really did a good job of having stuff there. Somebody's got a backyard pool that died in the 80s. But anyway, no, it's that you can look at that and tell it hasn't been there that long. But nevertheless, okay. But, and as always, almost always when we pulled up here, there would be a train. Trust me, there would be a train. And there's a trailer park over here, and I do recall us coming over to the trailer park, which I think was part of the base housing, sort of. I'm not sure. And visiting someone a couple of times. I do recall that. So, and up ahead, you, as always, with this section of Illinois, you've got the trains going. And when we get up here, you can turn to the right. Nice big area, a lot of space here